Hi everyone, welcome back for an update on the tropics for September 5th, 2017. The Atlantic's pretty active right now as we're in the height of the hurricane season, and I haven't made a video in a while. Apologize for that, because I was tracking Irma and I just said to myself, I totally forgot, since I was so busy tracking this, that I totally forgot to make a video on it as I was tracking it. But here am I now. I just remembered that I gotta make a update on this, because this is a very powerful storm. Very powerful. This thing grew a lot stronger than the forecast models has anticipated. We're forecasting 155 miles per hour, or 150, and it blew up all the way up to 185 miles per hour as of the 2 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. This thing is the strongest hurricane. This is the strongest hurricane in 12 years. That's what they're saying, in the Atlantic Basin, outside of the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. And it's a beautiful looking storm on satellite imagery. Just look at the eye. I'm going to show you in a zoom up satellite bit in a moment, in a bit. But quick update on what other two systems are going to develop beside Irma. It's not just Irma. We have Tropical Storm Jose, newly formed, became the 10th storm of the season. Pretty active season so far. Despite that, it's expected to follow Irma towards the Lesser Antilles, and could become the next hurricane of the season. It's a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm, according to the 2 p.m. advisory from the NHC, and it's expected to follow Irma's footsteps towards the Lesser Antilles. And it's expected to go out to sea because there's the ridge may weaken a little, and there's going to be another one to the north that's going to steer Irma towards the United States, and this could be weakening this ridge out here. So there could be a weakness to the north of Jose to turn this thing out to sea, to the north and out to sea. So yeah, that's what the models say, and that's what the official NHC forecast cone has it. Another one to watch in the Gulf of Mexico, 80% chance of development in the next 5 days. As you can see here, there's an 80% chance of development in the next 5 days. This could develop. This could become a tropical depression in the next couple of days. The next name is Cadia. Will be the 11th named storm of the season if it develops into something tropical. Well, it is looking a lot better on satellite imagery today. So yeah, this thing has a high chance of development. And here we got Irma. Here's Jose. As I mentioned, Jose is the new system we're watching. If my computer can load this up. If my computer can load this up, I can show it to you. Here we go. Man, it took some time there, but here we go. We got a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm. It's moving west-northwestward, following Irma at 13 miles per hour. This is the 11 a.m. advisory, and the next update, I think it has strengthened a little bit in the next update. This is the 11 a.m. advisory from the NHC. I don't know why I said 2 p.m., but I thought there was a 2 p.m. advisory for this, but it's mostly for, I think, because we're mostly focused on Irma, not on this one. As you can see, it has a west-northwest track, but then it turns it to the north, because there could be a weakness over here that could turn it to the north, because the ridge is going to be weakened. There's another ridge to the north, to the west of that, so there could be a break in between to turn this northward and out to sea, affecting Bermuda, but mostly affecting nobody. But back here in the tropics, as you can see here, back with Irma, very powerful storm. This is already becoming a dangerous situation for the northern Leeward Islands, as hurricane warnings have been issued for parts of the Guadeloupe islands like Guadeloupe, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. They're gonna get blasted by this thing, and this is a very serious situation, despite a very beautiful looking storm. I mean, look at the eye. It's so circular. This is a perfect satellite. I mean, it's amazing to look on satellite, but in a majority, it's dangerous, as you can see here. This is a secondary loop, and look at the outflow expanding in all directions. This is indicating it's a very healthy storm, and look at the eye. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, wow. And already the first rain bands are approaching Puerto Rico. A couple of showers there. But wait till the storm heads northward in this direction. It's going to really be a very dangerous storm. Storm surges up to 11 feet possible in some locations. And we could be seeing up to a foot of rain, if not more. This could trigger mudslides and all that dangerous stuff that would lead to flash flooding, which is never a good thing. So folks there should be wrapping up the evacuations as the storm approaches them later tonight and into tomorrow morning. This is the aircraft. This is the aircraft recon plane as of today. Now look at these pinks. These pinks are indicating wind gusts over 100 knots. This is a very powerful storm. And the dark pink is above 140 knots. This is a very powerful storm. I mean, very dangerous. And the pressure's been dropping from 930 to 920. So it's been slightly falling. This is indicating it's still strengthening. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing goes up to 190 in the next Hurricane Irma update, in the next update on Hurricane Irma. And as you can see here, this is the official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Again, shows it. Hurricane warnings all issued for the northern leeward. Watches have been issued for the Bahamas, parts of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos. And a warning has been issued for the northern part of Hispaniola, as it's possible that it could bring nasty conditions through most of the Caribbean. And Cuba's next, and the Bahamas could be next on the target. And the bigger question is the United States. The United States is the bigger question, because we don't know if we know it's going to turn hook to the north, because the ridge out here is a lot stronger than we forecasted. So it's really going to be strengthened. And this is the 500 millibar height for the this is the GFS model. It goes out to, by the time we get to Thursday evening, as you can see here, this is Irma heading towards the Bahamas, and it's going to lash northern Cuba. As you can see here, there's the ridge that's going to be bringing it right up the east coast. So there's going to be a secondary, I think this is a second feature back here that could bring it northward. I mean, there could be a break in between and direct us northward. So the trough that's going to be leaving and the ridge, there's going to be some sort of weakness in between, so it's going to direct us right over Florida. Well, the GFS has it right into Miami and then makes landfall somewhere along the southeast coast. This is too far out. The United States, we know it's going to threaten the United States, but where in the United States? The eastern, the north, a lot of questions still. Already emergencies have been issued for there. updates on Irma. I'll make another update tomorrow if I can. So peace.